one to stand against Donald Trump's remarks. They were racist, and we will not stand for it. Our people will not stand for it. We have worked too hard. Our ancestors have worked too hard, and we will not stand for this. We will stand and we will rise. Haitians unite!
Have you heard about the Haitian immigrants eating the dogs?
They're eating the dogs and the cats and the pets. Yeah, I heard about it.
What are we going to do to protect ourselves?
We're going to vote red. We're going to protect our damn pet. That's what we got to do, guys.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what we got to do.
That's what we got to do. We got to eat them dogs. Eat the dogs.
Groups. And I think the more we learn about Haiti, the more we realize how our fate, and this is not an overstatement, our fate is actually directly connected to it if we are going to better understand what world we're living in with regards to how the powers that be intend to engineer the world towards imperialism.
Our fates intertwined, going right back to the U.S. not recognizing Haiti's independence for decades, fearing that a slave uprising would inspire enslaved people in the United States to rise up. Weston Leal-Sanat, thanks so much for being with us. Haitian-American professor at Fordham University, where he teaches courses on the Atlantic slave trade, the American abolition movement, and Afro-Caribbean history. And thank you, Gerald Horne, professor of history and African-American studies at the University of Houston, author of many books, including Confront.
Community is outraged after a Haitian woman died in ICE custody.
Yeah, she was trying to board a flight to Charlotte back in February when she was initially detained. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre joins us now in studio. So, Jesse, you spoke to local Haitian community leaders. What are they saying this afternoon?
Well, you know, they say the incident is disturbing, it's alarming, and they want answers. Now, this comes as Haitian Heritage Month begins today. It's normally a time for celebration, but they say instead it now feels heavy following the death of this woman and the ongoing deportations affecting Haitian families across communities.
Haitian and Haitian Americans, Haitians by association, are spread out all throughout the North Carolinas.
Marlene Silver is part of the Carolina Haitian Women's Society, one of several groups that say the death of 44-year-old Marie-Ange Blaise while in immigration custody is disturbing and unacceptable.
I'm trying to feel out where is the humanity in the midst of all of this.
ICE says Blaise was detained after trying to board a flight to Charlotte from the Virgin Islands on February 12th. The agency says she entered the United States without admission or parole on an unknown date and was issued an expedited removal. She was transferred from Puerto Rico to Louisiana, then a detention center in Florida, where she died on April 25th. Her cause of death is under investigation.
She was transported back and forth from facility to facility. Was her condition, was her state, whatever situation she was in, was that taken into account?
Haitian Heritage and Friends of Haiti founder Sabine Guerriere is also demanding answers.
This is such a senseless death. Did not need to happen.
ICE says comprehensive care is provided from the moment detainees arrive, and no one is denied emergency care. But with increased deportations, detentions, and uncertainty about immigration protections, many in the Haitian community are living in fear.
People are afraid to go to school, afraid to go to work, afraid to go to the hospital when they are sick, afraid to even go to church.
Local groups say they are working to connect people with resources and legal support.
We partnered them with the immigration lawyers. Some of them are pro bono, thank God, and some of them are very low cost. And it's like making them feel like they are not alone in this fight, because I am an immigrant too.
Now, ICE has 90 days to release a full report on Blaise's death, and we will be looking into that. We will be looking out for that report, and we'll get that as soon as we get it. Back to you.
Haitian migrants who were deported to Haiti today attacked pilots and immigration officers on another flight after it landed in Port-au-Prince. So the plane carrying single adult men were released from the aircraft to Haitian authorities on the airport tarmac. Then NBC News reports several of those men stormed another recently arrived jet carrying families. The Biden administration has been ramping up the flights after more than 15,000 mostly Haitian migrants crossed into Texas from Mexico and set up a makeshift camp under a bridge. In Del Rio, here's NBC's Morgan Chesky.
Shep, numbers are going down here in Del Rio, but there are still about 8,600 migrants beneath the border bridge about a half mile from where I'm standing. Processing those people an absolute priority because of the brutal conditions here. It's still reaching about 100 degrees during the day. And while they are getting a little food and water, I have had migrants tell me what is being handed out is not enough. As it stands right now, we know that many of these migrants have been taken to nearby shelters and or processing centers. We had a chance to speak to one 25-year-old man who told us that he's on his way to Houston before hopefully connecting with family in Brooklyn. But he told us of the struggles beneath that bridge for the past week with his pregnant wife, saying that at one point he swam back to Mexico to buy enough food and water so that his family would be okay because he couldn't rely on what was being handed out by the government. Now, we heard from Secretary Mayorkas earlier today, who said despite the current size of the encampment here, the goal is to have everything cleared out, everyone processed within the next 10 days. However, when you see the sheer size of it still beneath that bridge, it remains to be seen if that will actually happen in the next.
Being assassinated.
We need a lot more information, but it's very worrisome about the state of Haiti.
Does the U.S. have a role in seeking justice? Mr. President,
he just quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet. It wouldn't matter a whole lot in terms of our interest. The leading editor of a paper in the Delaware Valley asked their reporters to come down and talk to me and said, why is Biden so concerned about Bosnia and not about Haiti? Is it because blacks are involved in Haiti? Blacks are what at stake in Haiti, and in Bosnia they are European whites. If Haiti, a god-awful thing to say, if Haiti just quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, it wouldn't matter a whole lot in terms of our...
7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful.
Oh my God, I will vote. I will vote for Donald Trump. The people go out to vote, no fear, no more.
Whooped, baby. In Brooklyn by the Haitian community. Y'all didn't learn your lesson from your ancestors when they got whooped by the Haitian slaves back in the 1800s? Uh-oh!
I'm so freaking proud of the Haitian community. This is how you do it. If we all did exactly what they did, we could do this. We got to stand together.
Good morning, everybody. This just in. Haitians are now being targeted by ICE agents, and they got their ass whooped.
Hope none of y'all were surprised when Haitians beat the brakes off them ICE agents when they're trying to come up into Brooklyn looking for the peoples. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. This is standard issue for Haitian people. We don't play that shit. There's a reason why Haitians were the first people to say slavery. No, yeah, you, and became the first nation to gain their independence. I once heard a story, I don't know if it's true, about the Haitian Revolution, where after we won the revolution, we gathered up everyone who wouldn't rebel and cut their fucking balls off. So what I'm trying to tell you, the rumor is Haitian people mutilated and ended the bloodline of all pussy-ass niggas. The only ones left are people about that action. Jean-Baptiste is about that action. Seroslin was out there too. She was scrapping. Robertson Evans. He was putting them paws on them motherfuckers. We had to learn how to scrap up. Don't nobody like us except us. And sometimes even that's not the case. Moral of the story, don't fuck with...
I wish I was.
Y'all, I just saw a crazy fucking video. Apparently, ICE agents thought that they was about to come to Brooklyn to just go ahead and snatch up some Haitian people like they've been doing to Mexican people. Y'all gotta see the video. The Haitian people was whooping they ass. They was not going for it. They said, not ours, not today. Y'all, the video is crazy. The way they're jumping on them. It's, y'all should have known better. Y'all came to Brooklyn and decided y'all wanted to sit there and snatch Haitian people up off the street like y'all been doing in all those other states with the Mexicans and the Hispanic. Y'all thought that was gonna go down in New York City? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And that's exactly the way that the rest of y'all should be fucking acting. Y'all Hispanic people out there just letting them snatch y'all up off the street and y'all not fighting back. Y'all just complying. Like, fight back! Nah, I bet you they think twice about trying that shit again, huh? Yeah.
Man, I just woke up to some great news. I just woke up to see the video of Haitians versus ICE in Brooklyn. Yo, one thing I gotta say, bro. Y'all better chill off the Haitians. Y'all better chill off my people, bro. So, contact bon pour vous. If you know what's good for you in English, nah, I need to see whatever commanding officer that had to report back to his superior and said, yeah, man, we got stomped out in Brooklyn, bro. We can't play with them Haitians, man.
Did you see the Haitians stand up and fight back against ICE?
See, them Haitians is stepping up to ICE over in Brooklyn, New York. Hispanics take note. Because that alligator Alcatraz, we got people in this country who...
No, bro.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, look what he did this man. Let me get him. Let me get him. Let me get him, bro. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016. Co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what?
Beyond betrayed. They used us. They actually, during the campaign, and I don't want to make this political, but during the campaign, the elected officials from the Republican Party, they actually told us that he was not going to touch the documented people.
President Trump's decision to revoke temporary protective status for hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans. A decision met with controversy and a passionate response from the local community.
And good people, I pay my taxes, I follow the rules.
Alvaro Duran is a TPS recipient. He's in the process of obtaining a green card because he's married to a U.S. citizen. However, his mother and siblings are now in limbo.
Go back to Venezuela is not an option.
Back in June, I was called a tether by my own people because I was telling Black Americans that we are not absolved from the harms of ICE and that it's been important to advocate for immigrant community because the Americanness was never going to save us because they will see the Blackness first. I also said they're not going to be asking anybody for their IDs or their birth certificate. And here we are at the beginning of October, where a community of Black American people have been picked up by ICE. And not only were these Black Americans picked up and detained by ICE, but their entire building, their homes, their apartments were ransacked and left in complete disarray. ICE is the police. We have always seen that when it comes to black folks, that police tend to often get it wrong with us. They identify the criminality based on the race. And y'all don't think that ICE does the same? So let's be very clear. If you didn't know it then, maybe you'll learn it now. Solidarity in these times, it's what's going to save us. Coming together and recognize that we have the same boot on our necks will get us out of our egos and maybe the fortitude to protect each other. Because while folks make the joke, oh, where are they gonna send us to? We're American. You do know they don't give a damn. And that they've also been sending people to places outside of their home countries. And for those who have been paying attention, some folks get picked up and disappear. And that's very real.
They was terrified. The kids was crying. They had them zip tied together. One of them literally laughed and said, "Fuck them kids." They had big 15-inch chainsaws cutting the fence down. They had the black people in one van and the immigrants in another. I was placed in a plastic zip tie handcuffs and detained for nearly 2 hours. Once I went into the hallway, they put us in the plastic wristband thingies. They just took our information. Someone else said, "I don't like how they did it because us Americans, we didn't have anything to do with them." Now, these aren't isolated testimonies, folks. These are a painted pattern of mass detentions, indiscriminate treatment, and fear in a black neighborhood with Americans. Okay. So here are the constitutional concerns. The raid raises urgent Fourth Amendment questions: search, seizure warrants. Detaining U.S. citizens under suspicion of immigration violations or unrelated warrants erodes legal protections. Number one, racial and community impact. So South Shore is predominantly a black neighborhood. So this kind of forceful nighttime raid, sweeping entire buildings, fuels distrust, trauma, and the question, who is being policed? But we don't need to ask that question, because what were you doing there anyway? You already knew. Transparency and accountability. DHS, ICE, they've made statements but have not released full arrest records or evidence backing gang affiliation claims. Communities deserve clarity. But in this case, no one cares until it's your neighborhood. Precedent and ripple effect. If allowed unchecked, this kind of tactic may expand into other vulnerable neighborhoods across the country. So here's the question. You ready? Is ICE or DHS publishing detailed warrants or arrest justifications? Which detainees are being charged and for what? Do we know? What legal challenges are going to follow? Will constitutional rights be asserted in court? How will community leaders respond? Protests, legal suits, public pressure? We're going to see about that too. And what federal oversight or local pushback will emerge from this? Because the question is if you're doing this in one black community, oh baby, listen, this is just the beginning. So what's your call to action? Share this information, look for answers, continue to keep your ear to the street, and demand answers from your elected officials in your community. Find out how protected you are and learn and understand exactly what that amendment says. And what is that? The Fourth Amendment, folks. Let's not get beside ourselves and not do the research or the due diligence that is necessary. It is the Fourth Amendment. Because see, when your neighbors are terrorized in the middle of the night, silence is complicity. Are you complicit? Hope not. For more news and information that you can always use, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living Magazine. We'll see you around.